Okay, what's up, y'all? This might be it. That might be my last what's up, y'all, for the season. Getting cold out. It's a nice 61 degrees right now, but yeah, I think it's almost over. So just wanted to make a quick video about winterizing my bike. Now, there's a lot of schools of practice on winterizing your bike. This is just what I do. You of course don't have to follow any of this because it's your bike. You know, Google's your friend. Other YouTube videos are your friend. You just gotta do what you gotta do, right? So the first thing I like to do, of course, is to change my oil. I do all the necessary prep. I do the same thing I did in my oil change video. If you have not seen that for this bike, go ahead and check it out. I'll drop a link or something of that nature in the description, or I'll plop something up in the video so you can click it. Like I said before in some of my other videos, I like to do all my maintenance while the bike is already dirty. That way I'm not touching it with greasy handprints and you know, making her all gross. And then I lube the chain, clean and lube the chain. I lube my various moving parts, even the passenger pegs. I lube everything that moves. My levers, my clutch cable. I actually lube my clutch cable. You can use, there's clutch cable oil. I actually use a very specific type of oil that I use on the slide of my gun. So there's oil that is specifically formulated for metal parts rubbing against metal. Like the sleeve for my clutch cable is metal, the clutch cable itself is metal, and it has not ever let me down. I think it's got like some graphite base into it, but it's nice and lubey, right? It gets down in the clutch cable sleeve and it comes down the bottom of the boot. I work it in and it works like a champ. I lube everything so that rust does not set in while she's sitting in the garage over the winter months. This is Michigan. There's salt around. I'm not too worried about it, but you know, why not store your bike in the best condition possible? So I lube my passenger pegs, I lube my clutch lever, I lube the kickstand, anything user serviceable that moves gets lubed. If it moves, it gets lubed. This car is drifting slightly to the left. What else? Do the chain. I make sure I inspect all my links, and I do go ahead and lube that puppy up real nice, just in case I get, of course it's got rust inhibitors in the lube for the most part, but Michigan does have Indian summer sometime, so I of course want to be ready to ride if I have to ride, if I can ride. I also put staple in the gas tank. I do not empty my gas tank. Some people empty their gas tanks over the winter. It prevents the gas from deteriorating and gunking up, as it will do over time. That's just one of those choices you're going to have to make. I've done this for a couple years now where it just did the stable. It does cause your bike to run a little weird when you're trying to run it out, but that's only, I mean, it's a couple gallons. It's a motorcycle. It'll be in and out real quick. As far as the oil change, of course, I do that first. I do the chain, I do the lube parts, I do the gas. Now, I've done this experiment about 2 years ago when I was deployed and I was gone over the winter, Michigan, and I also did it last year. I leave my battery in my bike on the battery tender because due to science and whatever type of battery you may have, the battery, once it starts to lose its charge, it becomes more electrolyte than water. And of course, water will freeze. But if you maintain a charge on your battery, it should not freeze. Just like your car battery, you don't take it off and put it in the house every night. You know, it maintains a certain amount of charge, and then as long as you start it every day or every couple days, that battery won't freeze. But of course, once it starts to discharge, that becomes a avalanche type process. It starts to discharge faster and faster and faster, and then it becomes a block of ice, and then it's effectively ruined. You need a new battery. Now, that is for my type of battery. Some of those newer batteries may or may not allow that. Certain batteries have special battery tenders. So if you have any questions at all, if you're worried about it, grab that puppy out of the bike, take it in the house. It's usually 2 screws and a strap. You know, the 2 screws that hold on to your leads for your negative and positive, and usually a strap that holds the battery itself into the battery cubby under the seat of your bike. So if you want to leave it in your bike, go ahead. I do not follow me if you have any questions about that. And then I also give her a nice little bath, and sometimes I put the cover on it, sometimes I don't, just to keep the dust in the garage off of the bike. Usually a quick wipe down will get the dust off, but I do give it a nice wipe down cleaning, and then have it ready to go for next season. One of the reasons to get the oil out, some people say, oh, I'm just changing at the beginning of the season. Good friend of mine, Spider, mechanics, internet, Google, have all told me that leaving bad, extremely used oil in your bike for extended amounts of time can cause, some deterioration of your mechanical moving parts. Like metal starts to react with the, I don't want to call them enzymes, but the contaminants in the oil from the combustion process and all that stuff. It sits and it becomes kind of gunky and gooey, and you just don't want it sitting in there, right? So just go ahead and give it a clean out. I'm not saying you run it 30 miles and change your oil. I'm talking about the same oil you've been using all summer as I've been using all summer. That crap's got to come out. So, real quick video. I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all my subscribers. Thanks for everybody who's hung out with me and watched these videos through the year. I think it's been pretty successful. I mean, it's absolutely better than I thought it would be, so I'm happy with that. Like I said in my update videos, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Hopefully I can provide you guys something to watch over the winter. I can't do the motorcycle movie reviews because I feel like the whole shtick behind that is the fact that I'm doing it on a motorcycle. I'm not just going to sit at home and review movies. I can do that. Everybody does that. Nobody does them the way that I do them. And then, of course, I don't even know if you can call what I'm doing a review, movie walkthrough, whatever. So if I can get some parts and do some upgrades, hopefully I can get the exhaust that I want over the winter. Most likely not, because I'm broke, but if I do, or purchase some things that are motorcycle related, or just something super cool, I will of course bring you guys an update video. But for now, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next season if nothing comes up. Later. Something as usual, I forgot to say that after I do all of that maintenance and work, I get the bike off the ground. So right now, my poor little Benelli, she's still busted up. She's off the ground. I got 2 wooden boards, just enough to keep the tires off the concrete, to keep that dry rot from setting in, any rot from setting in from the temperature changes. It's not like you can put a piece of paper towel there. You have to have some kind of barrier that provides enough distance from the concrete and the tire. There's some weird reaction that happens between rubber and concrete where it starts to break down crazy if they sit for too long. So I do put the bike up on its stands, and yeah, she'll be tucked away nice and neat for the winter, ready to pull down at my leisure if I happen to get a warm day where I can ride the bike. So once again, catch you guys later.